Hey Scorpio, I'm your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, October 9th to Monday, October 16th, 2017. Now, what's going on this week, Scorpio, is we've got Venus and Mars conjunct here in your 11th house of your goals and of your future and where you see your life going, okay? Also groups, associations in some way, and of you just feeling more authentically yourself. So a lot of focus for you on that area, on reaching some of your goals, on feeling more authentically yourself, on associating with some kind of group of people in some way that you feel like can really help you, okay? I think that's a big thing that is going on this week, was going on last week, still going on a little bit, all right? I think a lot of it has to do right here with a lot of communication going on and a lot of talk about your goals, about what you want in some way, with Pluto here in your 3rd house making a trine over to Mars and Venus in your 11th house of goals. So I think there's lots of communication about what it is that you want and where you see your life going. I also think that perhaps the way that you think about your life and what you thought you wanted is also changing too here, because with Pluto in your 3rd house of communication, also indicating something about your mind, changing your mind, seeing things in different ways, communicating very differently as well about your life and about where you see it going, okay? And I think there's a lot of that is coming up that you're thinking about in some way, all right? Really maybe changing the direction that you thought your life was going in, or having to think about it in different ways and figure out some of the details there, and talking with people to help you accomplish that, all right? Now, after all of this communication happens, I think what you're going to have to do here is you're really going to have to start to build on it in a very serious and a very stable way, with Saturn here in your 2nd house, really of money. Okay, so maybe you're thinking a lot about your goals, about where your life is going, and after thinking about it, having to commit to something and make decisions on what to commit to here so that you can be more confident, you can bring more money to you, all right? You can bring more of that stability into your life and use more of your gifts and talents and skills in a better way going on here, okay? So I think that is a big thing that's happening, with Saturn, of course, making a square to Venus and Mars in your 11th house. While that's going on, we also have the Sun and Mercury here in your 12th house of your insides too. So a lot going on there where you're trying to figure out yourself and get right with yourself and get right with who you are and what's going on as you're trying to have new goals, reach new goals, find more money and build more stability from this new life that you see yourself going in. I also see you having to deal with some inner demons, can I say that, going on inside, some kind of struggle internally about what you want, about where you see your life going, maybe having to overcome some things as well from the past that maybe were hurtful for you, or that you felt like were holding you back, so that you can also begin to move forward. And I think a lot of that is coming this week, and I think there's a lot going on here where Pluto is with your mind and how you think about where your life is going and what's going on there. I think you really need to move forward, step into new territories, and stop holding yourself back in some ways, but maybe having to work some of the details out in your mind, maybe having problems thinking about things in the right way this week. That could be a little hard, that you're going to have to overcome and understand better, so that you can begin to build something more stable in your life and get money from it, okay? That to me is what's going on this week. I don't know if it'll be the easiest as you're thinking a lot about your goals. I think there's some stuff over here that you're worried about being happy with Chiron here in your 5th house of happiness, and in opposition this week with Venus and Mars. Really wanting to move forward on some goals, but maybe afraid that if you move forward on these goals, you're not going to like it. You're going to be unhappy. Things aren't going to work out here, and could be also worried about romantic relationships and kids. And I think needing to realize you're going to be fine, to not have so many insecurities about whether or not you're going to be happy, so that you really can begin to move forward on some big goals of yours that are important, okay? I think that's going to happen. There could also be some things that come up here about your job, unexpected things about your job or your daily routines or your external reality that you're also going to have to figure out how to get comfortable with too, with Uranus here in your 6th house and in opposition to Mercury and the Sun in your 12th. Okay, so having to take all these unexpected things coming up about your job, about your life on the day-to-day, and really get comfortable with what's going on to understand what is happening and still be able to move forward on some things that are very, very important to you, all right? So I think that's what's happening there. I think if you really start to focus on getting right with yourself and understanding what's going on with you, and if you stop trying to hold yourself back so that you can move forward, I think it's really going to open some doors for you to make a lot of money, make a lot more money, perhaps, to find more stability in your life and to feel just like you're being able to share your gifts with the world. I think that's going to happen, and I think it's going to open a lot of doors for you too, to move up in the world, have the career that you want, move your life in the right direction, but really having to get right with yourself first and overcome some internal roadblocks here that are holding you back from doing some really big, really good things going on in your life right now, okay? So I think that's what's happening there. While that's going on, we have Jupiter moving into your first house, Scorpio. Really great sign, meaning the next year is going to be a good time for you to expand your life, to move forward on things that are really, really important for you, bringing some very good luck and very good news to you and who you are in the next year too. So really trying to build an identity that resonates more with you, and that you feel like is better for you. I think that's going to be a lot easier. And then Venus as well moving into your 12th house while all this is going on, of your internal stuff, really helping you to put everything in the right perspective about where your life is going, even if it's been hard for you to really start to understand better and connect more with your life, with where your life needs to go, and to break through some things. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week, Scorpio. Your card here is the 3 of Wands reversed, okay? I think what's going on here is planning. There's something going on. You want to plan for your future when this card comes up, trying to make steps and to be strategic about where your life is going and what you can do next. And I think when this comes up, you're hitting some roadblocks when it comes to some plan you're putting in place here. Maybe maybe things didn't go according to plan now, and you're having to readjust in some way, or maybe you're having problems figuring out what the plan is. And I think this week you need to make a plan. You need to stick to a plan. You need to put things in place, even if it's hard, even if you don't know what's going on, to try to find the clarity that you can in some way, so that you don't hold yourself back, and that you can begin to move forward in a very dedicated and a very disciplined way to really have a life that is better for you, and to reach some goals and some dreams, perhaps some new goals and dreams, so that you can move forward, okay? So that's all I got for you this week, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.